we're going to start off by talking about implicit bias or unconscious bias. And so just before we begin, so that everybody's on the same page, I chose to use this definition so we're kind of all in the same place. It's the attitudes or stereotypes that affect our understanding, our actions, and decisions in an unconscious manner. Okay, everybody on that page? And so now as we start to share together, I want you to always think about that is what we're talking about, something that is unconscious, it's implicit. Some things to really know about implicit bias, unconscious bias, is that it is pervasive. Every single one of us, everyone in this room, everyone in the world holds them. And they don't necessarily align with our declared beliefs. That's the whole point of it being unconscious, right? And implicit is that we may say we believe in one thing, but the way we think, our immediate responses are a whole different thing. Also, implicit bias, we generally tend to hold biases that our own group is the best, of course, right? We favor our own in-group. However, that also can work against us, right? We've got things like internalized racism and sexism. But here's the best news. This is the most important thing to know about implicit bias and unconscious bias is that it is malleable, it changes, it's forever changing. So this is not something that you're born with and you can never change. You absolutely can change it. So I'm going to talk about some ways that I started to learn to try to change my implicit biases. But again, just always remember, our brains are changing, we're always evolving, we're complex, we can change these. I think if we approach our storytelling and our lives and how we treat other people with truth, justice, and love, that we can combat implicit bias. At least it's one tool that we can use. Truth, justice, and love. And I put them in that order on purpose, right? We have to start by telling the truth, the non-dominant narrative, those truths that are really hard and heartbreaking, or even pushing ourselves to tell the unconscious bias truth, really starting to see them and acknowledge them. But once we do that, we have some clarity so that we can pursue justice. And what does that look like? Always think about what is the history or the story that you haven't told, or the ones that you haven't heard. Search them, search for them, find them, seek them out. Those are the important stories we need to tell. And here's the beautiful thing. When you tell the truth, and then you pursue justice based on that truth, that's what love looks like. Love is active. Love is taking action. Love is telling the truth. Love is seeking justice all the time. Love is truth plus justice and action. Truth first, then justice, then love.